2 for 2. But Void being alive gives Nigma what feels like the advantage.
Without Spectre,
Killing spree.
All the way. And they're focusing the Rubik. All the way, yeah, they're drawn out. GH survives. Misery's down. Zibe still standing his ground, trying to battle through, but GH taking so long to die. The gem is on the deck. And Puck will have no... He has Waiting Rift, he has Orb, he has Blink, the Blink... Get the gem and run away, get the gem and run away. Sound. Chessie's fine.
Saving. That gem is pretty big. They have 1, 2, 3 Invis heroes, and now versus what he can run inside a pit and just solo kill the Roche. Finally, an item that's gonna give him a defensive ability. Doesn't need to care about silences. BKB queued up on Miracle, also level 25 backtrack talent. If he gets that Aegis, still 6k
Radiant's middle tower is under
but
attack.
once they pick up that Aegis, it's gonna be really hard for them to actually kill him.
Roshan has fallen to the Dire.
Really bloody hard. She's on Invoker as well. Really bloody hard. She's on Invoker as well. The struggles for 5 men start now. They had a pretty monumental net worth lead, up to 10k or so, only 4 or 5 minutes ago, and that has come plummeting down as Nigma mounting their comeback. I think Ace is just going in. It's much more on defending the Spectre. You know, Ace is just going in, trying to hunt the back lines, and the rest of his team are dealing with Void.
Yeah, the only defensive.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Stops the call. 5 men. Thought they could get him there. They do move forward, trying to shake off. And with a Corona there onto the puck, and
that should help.
Chessie safe and sound as the Supernova also utilized here. So Miracle back in round 2. Big ulti's down to 5 men. Corona not ready, of course, for the Void, but he's got Aegis. He's got Satanic. He's got chasing into victory. And now the RP. Like the 2 targets they want. Venom is done for as well. There is on the run out. Chessie trying to buy some time for Inspector. Slowed down a little bit by the ice wall on the way through. Tornado up as well. And he's in a 1 versus 4. Ace, where are you going to go? He's running by Silver Edge. Lifted up by GH. Chessie trying to come in, and they've stunned up Wing. A lot of damage, but he pops the G's.
Unstoppably scary.
Ace is broken once more, and Miracle, he is hungry for battle.
Oh, not sure what that was, but it feels like this is a game-losing move for 5 men, where they try to initiate on Faceless Void and then keep chasing. Spectre uses a haunt, gets a solo
Radiant's
kill.
middle tower is under
That's
attack.
fine, comes back to the battle, but as you said, they need to play more around that Spectre. They need to take
Radiant's
care of
middle
it,
tower has
once
fallen.
broken, she just dies.
Radiant's middle tower is under
melted.
attack.
Maledict's
Radiant structures are
Silver Edge
fortified.
break. I think Maledict's
Dire
has played a big
structures
part
are
here. That Witch
fortified.
Doctor
For sure.
doing exceptionally well against the Spectre when she is isolated like that. Chessie trying to toy with them, but they jumped into the
Radiant's
back.
top
After tier
tower
falls,
is under attack.
forcing Eels up.
Radiant's
Miracle's
middle
still
tower
holding
has
Aegis for
fallen.
another 2.5 minutes, going for these Baron
Radiant's
mid,
middle
clearing up an
barracks
entire
has
lane.
fallen.
And Team
Radiant's
Nigma,
middle barracks has
they've
fallen.
brought that net worth disadvantage down to 0 and even a slight lead for themselves.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has
He's
fallen.
AFK.
Waiting for the tier 2 to die. Repair kit comes out early on. And they're trying to kite this Void with the York Sevens they've got. Deal with that creep wave. With
Radiant's
their
top
bucks,
tower
AoE
is under
damage.
attack.
But even a repair kit not defending
Radiant's
against double
top tower
catapult
has
and the
fallen.
alacrity Void. That's Miracle. That's Chronosphere.
Radiant's top barracks
Zibe.
has fallen.
Dangerous place to
Radiant's
be. But they
top
jump in with
barracks
Chessie.
has
Lift
fallen.
up the puck.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Supernova, maybe they can swing this fight. And they're going to push them around. But RP Miracle has to run away.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Slowly advance here at 5 men, but now he's just back in. Boy wants to fight. Yule's into the meteor hammer, landing and connecting on the line. Even with a
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Miracle with a double kill now.
Death.
Ultra Miracle, the one-man faces Void show now with Nigma. Close this one out. 3 heroes with no buyback on 5 men. Phoenix and Puck with so much left to
Radiant's middle tower is under
I believe
attack.
this is game
Radiant's middle
Void
tower
with
has
the ladder, he
fallen.
has enough to actually go for the throne. Still Aegis up and running for 40 seconds. Only 2 heroes alive. Magnus flying back.
Is he going to buy a boost of travel?
Yeah, he's gonna buy boots of travel.
An angel of
Soul
death.
is fight full fight and now coming back just to give some extra damage.
Hell yeah. Let's go kill Jesse. Chase him now.
Radiant's
Look at
middle
Steer
tower
Force.
has fallen.
Onto the throne we go. Buyback from Wii as well.
Radiant's
Trying to push the
Ancient
outpost
is under
and sprint
attack.
into the
Javelins too.
Heck is there, and Jesse with a double kill. GH gone. Faceless Void gonna get called out.
Radiant's Ancient is under
Magnus
attack.
and Void with Invoker arrivals too. Meteor Hammer's about to land, but he walks away from it. Still focusing the throne, hitting the building.
Can't stop it.
Repair kit. He's 5 men in the game, and the blink call. Oh, Void is still alive. He got a satanic on just in
Radiant's
time.
Ancient is under
The
attack.
throne, keep
But
hitting
the
it.
throw is falling. That is game. GG is cool, and Nigma tying things up 1-1 in this series. That was almost a 2-0 loss for them, though.
It was a close 5-man. Just
Dire team ban.
Especially once he picks up the axe, right? You can get on top of this Zeus very easily. If that Superman does connect with the Zeus, he's basically going to get 2 shots.
Yeah.
So it's going to get to a situation where, you know, if they can provide enough space for this event, he gets 2-3
10
items,
seconds
Aghanims,
remaining.
BKB +1.
Yeah.
He's going to be pretty
I have
scary.
faith in Chessie though. He
My
has
main
been
concern-
on
5
point with his
seconds
position.
remaining.
Yeah, my main concern here is they're relying on the Sven Ags a lot right now. There's no one who can start fights unless this Magnus has a really good time and gets that early blink. And you don't really want a Magnus to start fights
Radiant
as well. You want him to
team
be the
ban.
one judging the situation and getting that RP when he sees like 2 heroes at least clumping up.
So do you then think it's something like a 5 clock pair together with this?
If you play a position 5 clock, then you have a clock Sven
Yeah.
into
10
Sandstorm
seconds
and a
remaining.
Phoenix there, which is really bad.
I'm just thinking any sort of initiation, right,
seconds
that we could potentially
remaining.
have. I mean,
Dire
Whack.
team
The other
ban.
option is just ditching the idea of having Mind Control and Magnus, just setting this Magnus as a position 5 and just play the recovery mode with the Sven Magnus. And suffer a little bit in the lane, but you can just rely on the jungle later on and allow Mind Control play a more aggressive hero that can actually start fights for them. And then that
10
way it'll be a
seconds
lot easier for
remaining.
the Sven to actually play the mid to later stages of the game.
so what are you thinking
5
about in that
seconds
mindset?
remaining.
Like a Brewmaster or something like that?
Something that's going to be well against Spectre, and preferably some sort of table with
So Centaur then? Like that? Rather than a little bit of something. I would have liked the Dark Zero.
Radiant
Enables them a little bit.
team
Obviously, it
ban.
doesn't give them that team fight initiation
I
until he
don't
gets
mind
like flag,
Centaur.
Blink Ags or something like
Yeah, I don't mind Dark Zero all that much actually.
Dire
Smart
team pick.
Unfortunate. I mean, they're taking away the Venomancer again. Undying, huh?
Iron Man hero, he's been playing it a little bit, gives them a little bit of lane emphasis. But lads, I'd imagine this is Iron Man's hero. I would hate to see a position 5 mag, 'cause I feel like they would get punished for
10
the group.
seconds remaining.
Something like Disruptor, Oracle,
I want to see Snapfire for Nigma.
Snapfire. Okay.
5 seconds
I want to go for
remaining.
the leave the Magnus 5 because you know that lane's going to lose like lane. You use your position 3 to actually get an edge. So
Mind Control Snapfire.
Radiant team pick.
Try and get an early ad. What are they going to pick up here? They're going to go with the Witch Doctor.
He played it well, I'll be
yeah,
honest.
he
like,
did. He
Yeah.
had very good impact, especially with the Maledicts in the later stages against the Spectre.
Maledict is very strong in this game against these heroes. They can abuse that quite a lot, especially with something like a Viper, who sometimes when people do get away from the Weehaw Viper, they
10
are on
seconds remaining.
It's funny how both teams have left the last pick for
5
their position
seconds
5s here,
remaining.
which
Well,
is
Pi
potentially.
played the Phoenix.
Potentially.
Played the
It could be
there's definitely
Misery
that
Phoenix.
possibility, but
Zibe.
right now you know the lanes here. You can do Sanking with the Phoenix here. That's going to do pretty well against the Ven, and you can play a position 5 that's going to do very well against the Magnus Ruby. I believe he had a lot of pressure off Spectre. Obviously, the strong lane heroes are gone.
You may now
Nature's,
select your
okay.
hero.
Pilo die, Nature's Prof.
A lot of tempo, a lot of
No, they've thrown it around a little bit. I'm going to wait until we see who's actually
yeah.
playing
Chess is
what.
going to be playing the niches here.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Ooh,
So take it a little bit more aggressive. Obviously not
Zeus?
wanting to lane the Zeus in. Yeah, 4 Zeus seems like the 5
So 5 Zeus. All right. Pi, you are exceeding my expectations, my friend. You are really going above and beyond with these position 5s right now. I'm impressed. You know, Paladai, as they said in the interview, he used to be coined as one of the best players in the world, so before he even started playing Dota. So let's see if he can continue that trend here, lads. But what are we thinking? These drafts, you guys are a bit iffy, a bit wishy-washy.
Yeah.
Matt's been pretty garbage when it comes to prediction.
All right,
Let's see if he
you
can get
predict
this last
first,
one.
and I'll go opposite.
For the Nigma ones, I have been garbage.
Yes, you have.
Overall, I've been pretty good.
Just
Yes.
tell me your
Yes.
prediction.
10 seconds remaining.
Come on, Matt. I need a name.
I'll just be the opposite. So
5 seconds
Well,
remaining.
I'm going to go 5 men. I would hate to see them bow out of the tournament off a game 2 like that where they just did.
all right, Nigma then.
You're going to go with Nigma?
I'm gonna go opposite.
Alright, so it seems like everybody here is just going to try and go the opposite way to see what Matt is doing, because most of the time he's wrong here. So if that is the case, then Nigma will be taking this game number 3. So we're going to leave our casters one more time. It's going to be our boys. It's going to be Gareth and the
Yeah, thanks guys. Here we are. Game 3 draft all done and dusted. Lacoste, the panel have been cursing Team have a pretty spectacular comeback to tie things up 1 apiece as we get ourselves into game 3 of this series. It is do or die, as we like to say, as one of these teams will be leaving the tournament after a loss here. Ourselves laning stage proper. Misery Phoenix heading up towards the top. We've got a Chessie Prophet there in towards the mid lane, and that's moved Pylai Die onto this support Zeus with Zibe the Sand King, Ace on that Spectre once again down in that bottom lane. On Team Nigma, GH, you mentioned the Rubik. They've got all their comfort heroes. RMN with a Maledict on that Witch Doctor, super handy against the Spectre. Miracle Sven, we on the